Shocking new evidence has come to the public eye about the culprits of rap icon Biggie's murder, and fans can't wait to see his real murderer behind bars. According to new testimonies by people involved in the case, Diddy might be the one behind the murder of Biggie. Diddy had a lot of involvement in the case from day one, and fans of Biggie have always considered him the first suspect in this case. But he was never investigated or prosecuted because of a lack of evidence. But now, after Biggie's bodyguard and Biggie's own mother have spoken up, the case might be close to getting solved after over 25 years. Welcome back to Celebrity Buzz, and today, we are going to be looking at the shocking new evidence that revealed Diddy to be behind the murder of his own artist, Biggie Smalls. But before we get to that, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our future uploads.
Now everything he says is incriminating. He never had immunity, and that's the misunderstanding people have.
After years of investigating this case, Kading says he can finally prove what many of Biggie's fans suspected.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Biggie was a new artist discovered by Diddy. He saw Biggie in a magazine and approached him. Biggie thought that Diddy was his friend and that he wanted to mentor him and nourish him as a rapper. But that's where he was wrong. Diddy signed Biggie to his music label, Bad Boys, and offered him $25,000. Now, this was a lot of money for Biggie. He was just 19 and had never seen all that much money in his life. So Biggie thought that Diddy was loyal to him. His biggest mistake was trusting the producer, a mistake that allegedly cost him his life.
But we didn't know it was him until the other co-conspirator confesses.
The night that Biggie was shot, he wasn't even supposed to be in the city. Yup, he had just gotten engaged and had planned to fly to London, where he'd be surrounded by security and his friends and family. So why didn't he go to London as he had planned? Well, the night that he was shot, he was on a night out with none other than Diddy. Diddy spoke about this in an interview and said that it was Biggie who wanted to stay with him for one more night after the party was over. But fans think that the only reason Diddy said that was to remove suspicion.
He's my artist, and he was supposed to go to London that night. And, I let him talk me into, not going to London and staying in LA. And that, that's something that really bothered me.
Now let's talk about the testimonies we have that all point to Diddy being the murderer. The first one is from Biggie's mother. In a book that she wrote titled Biggie, she said that Biggie was lured into a trap by Diddy. She added that Biggie thought that he was getting a friend and a mentor, but that was just an illusion. Not only that, but she also mentioned that Biggie was lured by Diddy with $25,000.
He had never seen that much at one time in his life. It was enough money to make my son believe that Puffy was ready to do anything for him. It was enough to buy a blind love and loyalty.
Biggie was just 19 and had never seen that much money in his life. Little did he know, he was worth much more than just 25 grand. And once Biggie realized this, Diddy decided to get rid of him. There are a bunch of theories that fans have about the reason Diddy would want to get rid of Biggie, and this is just one of them. We will talk about all these theories in the video, but before we get to that, make sure to share this video with a Biggie fan and hit that subscribe button while you're at it too. Now, the second testimony is from none other than Biggie's bodyguard himself, who was present at the site of the murder. According to him, the authorities knew exactly who murdered Biggie, but they never prosecuted him for some reason.
Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie.
In an old interview, he said that he knows exactly why Diddy would want to kill Biggie. He said that Biggie was being exploited by Diddy. He was making much less than he actually deserved, and he found this out. This is when he got an offer from a different producer with a much better pay scale. The contract would get Biggie over $60 million. Biggie was seriously considering taking this offer. How does Biggie's guard, Gene Deal, know about this? Well, he said that one day he went through Biggie's briefcase, and that's where he found the contract and talked to Biggie about it.
Briefcase and everything like that, like, yo, here, like me carry this. Say, all right, I got 5 hours, 6 hours on this thing. Let me see what's in the briefcase. And I seen big contract.
Once Diddy found out that Biggie was planning on leaving Bad Boys, he knew what to do. But that's not all. In a new video that he posted, he spilled more beans about the whole case. He said that Diddy offered him a large sum of money to get rid of Biggie. Diddy offered Gene Deal a lot of money because he knew a personal guard could have easily done the job. But when Gene declined his offer, he hired someone else.
I was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls. March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists, finding out that he wanted all the rights.
According to Gene, there are a couple of reasons why Diddy wanted Biggie out of the way. You see, Biggie didn't exactly own the rights to his own music that he made under Diddy, so most of the profits from his first album were going to Diddy. But if Diddy left Bad Boys and signed with a different producer, he might have asked for the rights to his music. Diddy knew that Biggie was a highly talented rapper and that he needed him to make money. Even according to Gene, Diddy always said that he was a businessman and all he really cared about at the end of the day was making money.
It's all business, folks. And unfortunately, you as a fan, most of you won't understand.
So when Diddy realized that he could not only lose Biggie to a different producer, but also lose the rights to Biggie's music, he felt threatened. According to Gene Deal, when the police came to investigate him, they had a picture of the person who had shot Biggie. The picture was taken from a security camera, but the face of the person in the picture looked intentionally messed up. Gene recognized the person and pointed it out. The authorities said that they were working on finding out who it was and that they were trying to regenerate the person's face in the picture. They also told him that they would contact him again, but he never heard back from them.
There's a picture that the LAPD, when they came to interview me with my lawyer, Eloise Nurse there, and they made a mistake and showed me that picture.
Gene thinks that the person in the picture was the hitman that Diddy had hired to get rid of Biggie. It would explain a lot, like the fact that Diddy and Biggie weren't even in the same car when this happened. Doesn't that sound suspicious to you? Not only that, but Gene said that there was another reason why Diddy wanted Biggie dead.
You don't have to believe me, believe the facts. Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times how he was tired of being used and abused, that he was bigger than Bad Boy.
The reason was that Biggie was bringing in big money, and Diddy kept profiting off of Biggie even after his death. When his album came out, Biggie was dead and all profits went to Diddy. Now, if Biggie had gone to a different producer and signed a new contract, Diddy would have been unable to make money off of Biggie. And that means that Diddy would have lost a lot of the things he had built over the years. Suge Knight is yet another person who has pointed fingers at Diddy regarding the murder of Biggie. When he was arrested around 25 years ago after Tupac was murdered, he refused to name the people who were actually behind it.
If you knew who killed Tupac, would you tell the police?
Absolutely not.
He spent all these years in prison, but now sources say that he might cut a deal with the authorities and reveal the person behind not only Biggie's but also Tupac's murder. Fans think that Suge has hinted at the fact that it's Diddy who is behind both these murders. We don't know if Diddy is being investigated at the moment or not, but fans are hoping that he finally gets to face the consequences of his actions. And that was all we had time for in today's video. Do you think Diddy got Biggie murdered for money? Or do you think it was just an unfortunate accident? Let us know all about it in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one in the future. And with all that said, as always, we will see you in our next video.